Picture for a moment that you're a detective on the case. You have a face, a name, a family, a past. Now you need a motive, a lead. Anything to explain why and how this little boy died and why he was put in a box and left in the woods. What would your first move be? For me, I'd start at the beginning, at his birth, at his family, at his life. We now know who the boy in the box was. His gravestone was updated, but the shadow of this mystery still looms. A child lost to time whose silence shook a nation. He was never just a case. He was a little boy, and he deserved so much more. In 1957, America was different. Child abductions weren't as common. Daytime TV was new. The concept of a serial killer, even more rare. When that hunter found a cardboard box near Philadelphia, it was just another piece of trash in an era of burgeoning consumerism. That's what made finding what was inside that box all the more horrifying. A naked, bruised, lifeless little boy. All the boy had going for him was the clothes on his back, a pair of neatly shined shoes, and a blue cap. Everything about this case was unusual. How could someone do this? Who could do such a thing and not think twice? The box he was found in had once held baby's bassinet, sold by J.C. Penney, a small clue, but it went nowhere. The authorities launched a massive investigation. Flyers were sent out across the state. His face was everywhere. Yet no one claimed him. Over the years, thousands of leads poured in. None led to answers. Was he abandoned by a desperate family? A victim of abuse? A child trafficked and discarded? His story touched everyone. The police had little to work with. No missing child report matched his description. There were no witnesses and no suspects. But there were questions, so many questions. Why was he killed? Why was he put in a box? Why was he buried in the woods? Despite the case going cold, dozens of theories emerged over the decades. One woman claimed he was her brother, sold and murdered by their parents. Another story pointed to a foster home nearby, run by a couple with a history of child neglect. But none of these stories were ever proven. Still, some investigators never stopped chasing the truth. They worked tirelessly, even after retirement, hoping technology would one day offer answers. And then in 2022, 65 years later, forensic genealogy cracked the case wide open. DNA extracted from the boy's remains was matched to a living relative. His name was finally revealed, Joseph Augustus Zarelli. We now know who the boy in the box was. His name was returned to him. His gravestone was updated, but the shadow of this mystery still looms. A child lost to time whose silence shook a nation. We finally know when he was born, January 1953. He came from a prominent local family. But we still don't know who hurt him, why his family didn't report him missing, what secrets they kept, and why, for so long, this is more than a mystery. It's a tragedy. Whoever you are, wherever you're from, whatever you do, you have a story to tell and someone wants to hear it.